A local team of attorneys and engineers says there are easy ways to make sport utility vehicles safer, but they say the automakers resist the changes. Ward Lucas and our I-team have been investigating the rollover problem with SUVs, and there has been quite a debate over how and why the SUVs tip over.
Well, there certainly has. Just a few weeks ago, the federal government came out with a rating system for rollover potential, and a lot of SUVs got some pretty bad grades. Those ratings are based upon a mathematical formula. Jim and Mickey Gilbert of Arvada say they've been doing actual driving tests for years, and they found a couple of tricks that will greatly reduce the rollover tendency.
At this point, you can see the vehicle is on two wheels.
Mickey Gilbert is an engineer and a test driver. His father, Jim, is an attorney. For years, they've been testing sport utility vehicles. Jim Gilbert has sued the big car companies on behalf of victims of rollover accidents.
People who drive SUVs have no idea what's going to happen to that vehicle once they get in an emergency. For example, driving down the road and an animal darting out or a child, your reaction is to turn as hard as you can to avoid the object and avoid an accident. They are now going to be in an accident because the vehicle isn't safe enough.
The tests are done on dry pavement at speeds as low as 35 miles an hour. The car is equipped with outriggers to prevent a complete rollover. The driver tries to avoid an object by swerving to the left and then quickly back again.
Your vehicle's likely to roll over long before you even head back into your original lane.
The maneuver is called a fishhook. Auto companies have used it in their own tests. The Gilberts say the amazing thing is how easy it is to stop the vehicles from tipping.
These are not fixes that are part of rocket science. They are very simple.
Change number one, smaller tires to lower the center of gravity. Number two, spacers for the inside of the wheel to make the car about an inch wider. On the left is a 1994 Toyota 4Runner as equipped from the factory. On the right, the same car with the modifications. At 40 miles per hour, the original SUV tips onto the outriggers. With the changes, it does not. The Gilberts say they're not encouraging people to make these changes on their own. They just want the auto industry to pay attention.
These modifications should be done by the manufacturer with its engineers.
Car makers say the tests are too simplistic. They say other things can cause rollovers, including snow, traffic, and simply bad driving. Dealers often warn customers about rollovers, but they say people who are shopping for SUVs want a big vehicle with high ground clearance.
Yeah, in certain specific applications, this vehicle may be a little more dangerous than another vehicle. But in the majority of the time, it's safer than that same vehicle.
There have been some changes in SUVs. Toyota widened and lowered the 4Runner in 1996, and it's much harder to roll now. But the industry continues to offer extra-large tires on new SUVs, usually at higher prices. The U.S. Department of Transportation is designing its own rollover test. It'll be similar to the ones done by the Gilberts, but federal engineers say they want a system where the test driving is done by computers so that there's no variability, so that the conditions are uniform during each one of the tests.
All right. Thanks a lot, Ward.
You bet.